Erik ten Hag is manager of Manchester United for the foreseeable future at the very least. And today we're going to be going through 5 players that he could sign over the summer to improve this Manchester United side going into the next Premier League season. Make sure you're subscribed, you like the video, and you turn on those notifications. So without further ado, let's begin. To begin with, we're going to be taking a look at centre-back, a real problem position for Manchester United over the years. Rafa Varane has left, Victor Lindelof is getting on a bit, Harry Maguire was looking to be leaving the club towards the beginning of last season, so it's a position that I think Man United really need to look towards. Somebody that is going to be able to build up the progression from the back, but also maintain a good defensive structure with that back four. And I've gone for Antonio Silva from Benfica, very young, but he's got really high pass completion, he's got really high tackles in 2.2 per 90, that puts him in the 95th percentile against other players in his position in the top 14 competitions. We have 4.61 progressive passes. Now this is the stat that I really want to highlight. 4.61 progressive passes is really, really good. Making sure that he's able to progress the lines forward, make sure that he's able to find that centre defensive midfielder, find those attacking mids and get that ball higher up the pitch a lot faster. Being good in possession and being good on the ball is also something that Erik ten Hag is really going to need with this Manchester United side. And being the fact that he's so young, he's able to get forwards, he's able to score a couple of goals and maintain that defensive prowess within the side, I think are all attributes that he should be looking towards, Erik ten Hag I mean, for a really good ball playing centre back. So he is my pick. Up next on this list, we're going to be talking about the left back, another major problem position for Manchester United. Luke Shaw has not been fit anywhere near enough, and Tara Malacia has been absent for, I'd say, around about a year. So it is a position they really need to look towards. And if I'm honest, the left back market is pretty shallow at the minute. There aren't too many options. However, one player that has thrown his hat into the ring recently with the idea that he might not renegotiate for a new contract or he might be looking to move on is Theo Hernandez, who currently plays for AC Milan. Now, this player might be out of Manchester United's price bracket, but if he was able to make the move to Old Trafford, I really do think he would add in quite a bit. Not only is he able to get up and down the pitch with his progressive carries of 3.51, that puts him in the 93rd percentile against players in Europe's top 5 leagues. Shot creating actions of 3.81 as well, that puts him in the 96th percentile. He is really top draw when it comes to attacking play, and it's through this attacking play that I think Manchester United can really start to structure their real attacks and their performances down this left hand side once more. 5.18 progressive passes as well. This is going to be a feature in the real play that I'm talking about when it comes to United, progressing the ball forwards, having left backs take a more dynamic approach, having the centre back take a more dynamic approach and really progressing the ball forwards quicker, more efficiently, and getting into those final thirds a little bit easier. Utilising the power, the pace and the passing ability of Theo Hernandez, I believe they would be able to do it. But the price might just mean that they might have to wait or go for someone else. For years and years, Manchester United have needed a good central defensive midfielder, a player that is able to screen across the back four to be able to stop any kind of counter-attacks, but at the same time drop a little bit deeper to allow the progression of the football, not only from the centre-backs, but from the goalkeeper, and also to be able to progress the ball forwards into those central attacking midfielders. They don't have that player currently, and Casemiro, for me, is on his way out. But if they were to look at a player, I think they should be looking at Mats Wife. For me, he has absolutely everything. Not only can he progress the ball forwards with 8.03 progressive passes per 90, but he's also got fantastic defensive screening with 2.88 tackles per 90, 1.74 interceptions, 2.36 blocks. You can see all these stats, he's pretty fantastic. Not to mention the fact that he's quite tall. He actually wins 3.13 aerial duels per 90. A number of players could be playing this position, but I believe that given the experience that he's got, given the fact that he's still quite young, yet to go into his prime, he has a number of progressive passes, a number of progressive carries, he's very good on the ball, he's very good at screening. He has everything for me, and I think he's ready to make that extra move from Feyenoord. So for me, I think Manchester United should be going for Mats Wife. Right wing is something of a cursed position, it seems, for Manchester United. Not only have they been unable to fill that void for so very long, but Jadon Sancho just appears to not be playing at the club anymore. Antony has failed to establish himself with that £80 million price tag, and as good as I think Amad Diallo is, he is also flattered to deceive on certain occasions, not to mention the fact that he hasn't had a lot of game time. So I believe a player needs to come into this role to really fill a better creative aspect, but also to impose himself with a quality and a consistency that we haven't seen from a Manchester United right winger since, I'd argue, Antonio Valencia. And that's why I'm putting forward this player, Michael Olise. Not only has he established himself in the Premier League for quite some time now, but he's also putting up some ridiculous numbers. Take a look at these statistics. He has 5.79 shot creating actions per 90. That puts him in the 93rd percentile in Europe's top 5 leagues. But he also has 9.46 progressive passes received. And I really like this stat in particular, not only because it goes a little bit under the radar, but it showcases to me that he's not only just standing in one place. He's able to shift himself from one side to another to go looking for the ball. And sometimes in a team that is being knocked out of a game, sometimes in a team that requires a little bit more movement. This shows that this player is looking to go forwards and make that difference. And we can also see a number of other statistics. 5.51 progressive passes per 90. I mentioned the progression earlier on in this video. 4.8 progressive carries per 90. That puts him in the 77th percentile. 2.82 successful take-ons. He's able to beat a man. And this is the most important stat that I think comes with a right winger. He can go down the channel, he can cut inside, he can play those passes as well, as we can see with those progressive passes, but at the same time, he can also get back. 0.78 interceptions per 90 and 1.34 tackles. For me, Michael Olise has everything, and while Crystal Palace might be asking for quite a lot, I think he's worth it, and United should definitely consider going in for him. There was a time when Manchester United had 4 strikers on rotation, and any of them could play at any given moment. Now, with Anthony Martial leaving the club and Marcus Rashford being completely out of form, it's left to Rasmus Højlund to really stand up and be counted. And to be fair to him, he has, but he needs a bit of help. So the striking position is definitely somewhere where I think Manchester United need to look towards. And I think I've got just the player in Joshua Zekko. Now, he doesn't have too many goals at this current point in time. 23 years old and currently applying his trade at Bologna. He has 11 goals in around about 34-35 games, which doesn't sound all too good, but I've got to tell you, the underlying stats for him are really impressive. Not only does he have 3.16 shots creating actions per 90, putting him in the 79th percentile in Europe's top 5 leagues, he also has a pass completion rate of 77.4%. That's not too bad for a forward at all. 2.81 progressive passes per 90 puts him in the 83rd percentile in Europe's top 5 leagues of players in his position. And you're thinking about him dropping a little bit deeper, playing the ball forwards, being able to link up with the likes of these Manchester United midfielders and then drive himself into the box. He's also a player that in tandem with Rasmus Højlund, for example, in a front two, might be able to make something work, one dropping off while one running in behind, and it just offers Manchester United a completely different dynamic. Not only that, but he also has 1.7 successful take-ons per 90. That puts him in the 89th percentile in Europe's top 5 leagues, and you don't tend to see too many strikers now being able to take the ball and drive past their defenders. And I think that's really, really promising. Like I said, 23 years of age, he's still got the world at his feet, so many years ahead of him, and 1.73 progressive carries just shows that he's able to find his way to go forwards. Not only is he being creative from an offensive point of view, but at the same time he can also drive forwards with the ball, and he's also got a couple of decent defensive statistics as well. 1.04 tackles per 90 puts him in the 81st percentile and 0.82 blocks. So he's got a bit of everything, and if he were to refine his game, I'm sure those attacking numbers would skyrocket. Joshua Zekko is a player that I think United should be going for. And there you have it, guys. Those are 5 players that I believe Manchester United should be looking at and signing to go forwards and improve under Erik ten Hag. But who do you think they should be looking at? Who would you sign for Manchester United? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something new, and I hope to see you in the next one. But until then, my friends, take care.